out here scouting some locations at Cape San Blas. Beautiful location. Looking for some Milky Way compositions, and there are many. There's driftwood all over the place. There's all these stumps. Very, very cool. Lots of textures, lots of goodness. Hopefully the weather is going to hold up. It's kind of clear. There's some high thin clouds, but I have found where I want to go tonight. It's a little bit of a walk, maybe like a mile. Got so much stuff. Probably just make 2 trips and kind of just put it up on the shore after the first trip or something. But it's going to be a good night if the clouds hold off. I'm doing some tracked images, and I've got 2 all-night time lapses going. One's on a slider, one's on a regular tripod. I've been busy basically since I got here right at 7:30 p.m. Well, 8:30 Eastern time, and I've been busting it ever since. I just sat down. I just got back from doing foregrounds for about 30-45 minutes, and I'd already done some foregrounds earlier. There's a bunch of driftwood, there's a bunch of crazy trees, dead wood all over the beach. Just really endless foregrounds out there. The skies are really dark, and it's pretty much completely clear. There's been a little haze like towards the north, just like real low on the horizon, but like nothing basically. But like when I got down here, there was a pretty good bit of clouds at sunset. I was a little worried, and the forecast was kind of 50-50. I drove 5.5 hours to get here. It's not too bad, but you know, when you drive 5.5 hours, you want clear skies. And we're coming up on 2 a.m. and since about 12:30 p.m. there hasn't even been, there just went a shooting star. There hasn't even been a hint of a cloud around the Milky Way for basically the last hour. So if that will just hold up for basically just like another hour and a half, I mean, I'll be happy as a lark. I mean, I'm really happy now. I've already got some tracked images, and the time lapses will be cool even if the clouds do roll in later. So pretty stoked about this place. This is a primo place. Yeah, the skies are super dark here. On my time lapses, I was having to drive my ISO up to 5,000 just to get proper exposure. But basically my plan for the night is to drink this coffee that I just made here, even though it's super hot out here. It's like 80 degrees out here. I've been sweating all night. And I'm gonna drink this coffee, eat a few cookies, because I'm starving. But I don't really feel like making anything. And then after I drink the coffee, I'm just gonna keep getting tracked images, maybe get some HA data with this 16 millimeter. Then I'm gonna do some tracked images with my 35 millimeter doing a mosaic. And then probably around 2, probably in about 40 minutes, 30-40 minutes, I'm gonna go and get a couple of my cameras, bring them back, and basically probably will just, if it just stays clear the whole, like from here on, I'll probably wrap everything up about 4 a.m. probably and go start retrieving my time lapses and retrieving my slider time lapse and everything. Hopefully be good driving home in the morning. My plan is to kind of eat light tonight and then maybe make it to like maybe either eat breakfast at Port St. Joe on my way out if I can find a place, or the next option would just be trying to make it all the way to Dothan and stopping somewhere in Dothan and eating breakfast. But I plan on eating a big breakfast before I drive back, try to kind of wake me up. So it's gonna be kind of a long drive back. All right, over and out. Anyway, it is still super clear out here. There was like maybe 15-20 minutes where there was a thin little haze cloud that got in right under the Milky Way core, and then like 20 minutes it was gone. So I mean, there is not a hint of a cloud around the core at all now. Back towards the north, there's still a little hazy, low, thin clouds, but nothing really. And it's 3:30. So, I mean, I couldn't be more happy. The time lapses are gonna be crazy. Tracking, I'm using both trackers. I'm using both of my move, shoot, move trackers. Mainly, I am using both of those because they're so easy to set up. It just doesn't take 2 seconds to align it. And they're light. I don't know, just easier to set up. But anyway, I can tell the I can tell the ocean's come up a little bit. I decided to set my time lapses pretty far back, even though it would have been pretty cool to have some of the stumps and deadwood like in the foreground of the time lapses. I just didn't really want to risk it, so they're pretty far back up. With one of my cameras, I'm doing some H alpha on my 16 millimeter, and then this camera is an unmodified camera. This is actually the Nikon that I'm using, getting some content on it. And I've been pretty impressed so far with the Nikon. There's a lot of features on it that are really nice. The viewfinder and the screen quality, man, is really good. Like, very, very, very well done. Especially the viewfinder. It's the best viewfinder I've ever looked through. And then the built-in extended shutter times, like I'm doing 90-second exposures. I don't have to hook anything up. I know it doesn't really sound like a big deal to hook an intervalometer up, but I hate them. I hate intervalometers. So this is a joy right here. Already did my 35 millimeter mosaic, and completed that. Hopefully that'll be good. So yeah, I mean, I've got an hour and a half until nighttime is over. So probably about 4:15 or 4:30 I'll go get my time lapses, because that'll take a second. Because one of my time lapses, the slider time lapse, is like a mile down there, so I'll go get that one. But anyway, it has been a great trip. I can't wait to get back home and edit this and see what I got. I have pretty high hopes for this one. Anyway, and it's starting to cool off now. I'm not sweating as much. I did drink some coffee, ate some cookies, so yeah, I mean, it is crystal clear on that Milky Way right now. There it is there. You can see the beach a little bit. And here is the Milky Way core right above it.